What's up, everybody? Chewy Nick coming at you today, and we're going to do another One Piece chapter review. And I know I missed the past couple of chapter reviews, and the chapters have been absolutely amazing. I've just been so busy with other content and stuff like that I've just not been able to get to it. But I couldn't help myself. I need to do a chapter review of One Piece chapter 1081. My goodness, Oda is in his bag. He's just delivering on every single chapter. This one hit me in all different kind of ways, man. I mean, last chapter was absolutely insane 2 weeks ago with Garp punching punching Pirate Island to smithereens with hockey. This chapter, I mean, now we're getting more of that, basically, and then some. If you guys can't do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, give me all. I need the subscription, guys. Do your thing. Do what y'all got to do. I'll try to get to 1,000 subscribers. You guys can do that. Of course, I'm always going to have One Piece content. I'm sorry I've been slacking on it. It's just, I've been busy. I got some other stuff to do. And, it's not that I don't love it. It's just, I've been busy. This chapter, I just could not avoid. I have to do a review on this. I have to talk about this. Like, man. We start off, we get to Pirate Island, so we're not cutting away from any of this stuff right now. And Garp has landed. And so far, what we know is, Garp is really strong. And he's absolutely ridiculous. He has leveled Pirate Island, basically, a part of it, not the entire island, part of it, to smithereens, basically, at this point. And so from here, we get to see his hockey, and, Garp has got, it's a really nice little picture of Garp with his fist, and just you see the hockey and the electricity come out and all that stuff. Like, it's absolutely sick, dude. It is really, 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 really sick. So from there, we get that Garp comes down, and one of the Marines who has the clay fruit or whatever, or Play-Doh or whatever the hell it is, he protects Garp. The ship comes down, and of course, everybody's pissed off at Garp for what he did. And of course, his signature ship comes down. It's with a dog bone. And I wish I could find his hat again. Garp with the dog hat is really insane. I wish I could find that hat again. I can't find it anywhere. If anybody does find it or has a way to purchase it or something like that, let me know in the comments down below, please. I would love to buy that hat because that's one of my favorite hats from Garp. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, Garp lands. Everybody's knocked out. Of course, everybody's pissed off at Garp. But here's the thing. Garp is such a troll, right? So he comes down and he's all like, well, that was kind of weak. Like, this wasn't. Wait a minute. Like, bro, you just leveled an entire city, damn near, a part of an island, with just a punch. And this is you being weak? Like, everybody was like, shut the hell up, dude. Like, stop it. That was weak. Like, stop it, bro. Stop it, Garp, with your trolling. But yeah, that was funny. That was absolutely hilarious, by the way. Like, I thought that was just great. And so from there, we cut to the other Marines, talking up Garp and going in there to protect him, to help him out. And, we're starting to get the personalities of the other Marines and how they act and all that stuff. And, of course, the Play-Doh guy or whatever is not too impressed with what he said about Kobe being the future of the Marines and all that stuff. And, of course, he's saying he won't forgive him or anything like that because it seems like he holds... he likes being a Marine, and he wants to be considered that by Garp or just by anybody. He considers himself probably the future of the Marines and not Kobe, right? Maybe there's just some rivalry there between the two. And, healthy rivalry, that's nothing ever wrong with that. And, of course, everybody comes around, and, Kobe can't take the chains off, and, the girl in the background is trying to help him out, and the next thing you know... Bro... Aokiji Kuzan is so cold, bro. Like, no pun intended. He is so cold. He goes and basically turns that girl Marine into ice. And we get some revelations here. Now, to get into this. The entire time, I thought Aokiji was still a part of the government. I thought he was still working undercover, to understand what's going on with the pirate world and to investigate Blackbeard, to keep tabs on him and basically the pirate world. That was my thought process with Aokiji. Now, I didn't know he was that hurt or that burned by the battle with Akino, but it feels like he was. So from here, Kuzan, we're going to talk about this in a second. So Kuzan goes ahead and ices up Hibari, and, of course, him and Kuzan have some banter because remember, Kuzan was under, Garp taught Kuzan, right? Kuzan looked up to Garp a lot because of how, of everything he's done and how he carries himself and how he acts within the Marines. And there's some good Marines and there's some bad Marines, and of course people recognize that there's some corruption within the world government, and they don't like that. Aokiji's one of them. You know what I mean? He wants to steer the government in the right direction to actually do true justice, and not just do justice to people that they just don't like because they affect the status quo. You know what I mean? That's not how Aokiji works. And then from here, all of a sudden it looks like Kuzan's ready to battle these guys, and it's rather surprising because, like I said, I assumed that Kuzan was still a part of the world, was still a part of the Marines, and was at this point investigating Blackbeard. That was my thought process, and apparently not. Apparently that is not the case, because then we cut to a flashback 2 years ago on an island, and this is after the battle between Aokiji and Kuzan. And, Aokiji's sitting on an island basically just drinking his wounds away, you know what I mean? Just whatever. He said that he lost because he wanted to lead the Marines in a certain direction. He didn't agree with how Akainu wants to do things. So, of course, he runs into Blackbeard's crew, and San Juan Wolf and his crewmates are all frozen. And Blackbeard's just like shocked. He's like, dude, listen, I need you to defrost my crewmates, bro. I cannot do a guru to let them go. Otherwise, they're going to fall to pieces, right? And, of course, Kuzan there is sitting there drinking. Of course, and if Kuzan saying, do you think I'm the one who attacked first? I didn't. They came and attacked me, and I retaliated, bruh. Dude, Kuzan is so cool, bro. Like, he's definitely one of my, if not my favorite character in the series. It's between him, Law, basically him and Law, right? Like, those two characters just ridiculous. Like, their demeanor, their approach, like, to everything is just insane. It's something I can vibe with, you know what I'm saying, as a person. And, Aokiji's letting Blackbeard, listen, bro, I'm in pain right now. I'm not in a good mood. What do you want, bro? Like, why are you here? And, of course, they start drinking and having a good time, right? And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, they're drinking, having a good time. Kuzan doesn't Kuzan doesn't like these people. You know what I mean? He's not going to interact with them. He's not a criminal, And they're drinking, they're having a good time, and this is really weird. And I'm like, whoa, like, Kuzan's really vibing with these people, and there's no way that he's an actual crewmate, right? So... And, of course, they made some jokes here. They're talking about how he's making fun of Akainu. He's all like, things, there's a death match. Things get really heated. And he's like, dude, you're made of magma. You're made of magma. And that actually made me laugh. Like, the fact that Akainu will actually say that. Akainu seems like the kind of guy that would deliberately make a joke but not be trying to be funny. He's actually being serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll say something silly like that. And, of course, we're going to laugh. But Akainu's not going to laugh. He's not going to get it. It's just going to go completely over his head. And, everybody's laughing and having a good time and just doing their thing and chilling. And, of course, make some jokes about him missing a leg and breaking it. Man, I have to see that battle at some point in the manga or animated. Oh, if I were you, just take your time. Do an hour-long shot, right? Like, of this battle between Akainu and Kuzan. I think that'd be a really good idea. I wouldn't want to see it in manga or anime. Do a whole hour-long episode of just these two going at it and just having a good time. I actually want to see what happened here. Now, granted, you're seeing it, but you don't get the whole picture, right? What actually happened? How did Kuzan lose, or whatever the case may be? And of course, he says that Akino has scars on himself too. He put some scars on his body and all that. And of course, Katarina Devon. And here's the thing: the Blackbeard pirates are very knowledgeable about the world. The fact that they knew about the red poneglyphs the entire time is crazy. Like, how much information does Blackbeard know and have? Now, granted, I know he was on Whitebeard's crew and possibly has this, in tidbits or whatever. But everyone else, like Katarina Devon knowing about the red poneglyphs and then the man with the burn scar, we're just hearing about this now. This was 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, they're having this conversation, and who knows when and where they got this info and all this crap. But we get some inside information here on basically who this guy is. So right now they know that Big Mom and Kaido, they're rehashing everything again. Big Mom and Kaido have 2 road poneglyphs. One is missing, which is the one they can't find, which is on Zou, right? Zou has the other poneglyph, which no one knows about, which is actually interesting. And the other one is held by the man with the burn scar. Of course, Kuzan knows nothing about him. Now, here's what's funny. Like, we're all assuming that the man with the burn scar is darn it. I can't remember his name already. Saul. Jaguar D. Saul. Because, hey, he's alive. Kuzan did ice him up. And we're seeing in this chapter that even though Kuzan could freeze you, he can defrost you. if he wants to, unless he wants to kill you, right? So there's a possibility, high possibility, because Kuzan appreciated and was a friend of Saul, right? And was, really close with him. Of course, he's probably going to defrost him and let him live. And it just makes sense, right? I know people are upset with that, with the backstory, but it's in Kuzan's character to do that. And people need to get over that and need to just accept it. But one thing we do find out is that the man is on a jet black ship, and that anytime they try to approach him, they get swallowed up by a whirlpool. What? So a whirlpool just absorbs them and just destroys the ship. So there's this person roaming around the world on this ship. Maybe it's not Jaguar D. Saul. Maybe it's just somebody else that we have no idea about, this brand new character. I personally think it is Saul. Maybe Saul ate a devil fruit and he could just do whirlpools or something like that. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe this character is just brand new. We know nothing about him. And of course, Shiryu says he was a part of the government, and he knows the government's very corrupt, and if they have one stone, pirates would never be able to get it, right? So we know now that the government does not have a stone. So it's not the government that has it. It's Big Mom Kaido, the man with the burn scar, and the other one that no one can find, which is the one on Zou. So the other missing poneglyph that we're missing from our story, from the Straw Hat perspective, is the one with the man with the burn scar. Now, is it Saul? Is it someone else? Who knows, right? We don't know. But this is getting really interesting. So, of course, Akaji's reacting everything on Ohara and the death, and him saving, him losing a friend. Not him and his friend, and Robin, right? And that was a very touching story of what happened. And of course, he's telling the story and he's drinking. He's kind of drunk or whatever. And Lafitte's like, "Look, man, we're chasing devil fruits, but we could just kill this guy right now, take his devil fruit." I don't think they have a shot at beating Kuzan here. This is 2 years ago, right? Now it's probably different, but 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure Kuzan is waxing everybody in here. He already waxed part of the crew, right? So I'm pretty sure he's waxing everybody in here. And of course, it's hilarious because we're starting to see like similarities with like Luffy and Blackbeard when when he interacts with people. It's all comical and joking, and it's like, hey, whatever, blah blah. And we're seeing that Blackbeard has this way to bring people in his crew this way, with this kind of demeanor, and behavior, which is really interesting. And from there, of course, Blackbeard's like, "Hey, brother, I don't want any smoke with you right now, bro. I want you to join my crew." He's all like, "What the hell are you doing right now? You're basically not a Marine. You're not doing anything. Help me out, man. Become a part of my crew." You know what I'm saying? And of course, Kuzan's like, "Nah, I don't know, bro. I don't know if this is going to work out." And Blackbeard makes an interesting point. He's like, "Listen, we're a bunch of pirates, bro. We don't got to be friends to be on a crew. You know what I'm saying? We all got our ends. We're all trying to meet a certain goal. We can help each other. You don't got to like me. You don't got to respect me. But you can be on my crew, and we can make things happen. We can work and help each other out." Like, that is really an interesting perspective from Blackbeard. He's just a total pirate. Luffy's all about being friends and whatever and all that stuff. Blackbeard's all about, "Look, man, you're valuable. You're strong. We might not agree, but we're going to make things happen. And we're going to be on top. I want the strongest people, period." That's just what it is. And I love that about Blackbeard. I absolutely adore that about Blackbeard. Terrible guy, but adore that. And he says all pirates need are a common goal. That's it. We're reaching a goal, and that is it. What's Kuzan's goal from here? I don't know. All I know is he is confirmed to be the 10th Titanic captain. He does get into a battle here with Garp, which is very touching for me because, like I said, Aokiji and Garp were close. And, Aokiji respected Garp. And now I can see a situation where Kuzan does capture Garp. Right? I mean, what's the one thing that Blackbeard wanted? He wanted to make this country he wanted to make his place a real country, and basically to have a seat at the table and be king of it. Kobe's not the answer, but hero of the Marines? Possibly, right? So we're getting a fight between Garp and and Kuzan. Dude, these battles are insane right now that's going on. It is absolutely insane. So we got Garp versus Kuzan happening on Pirate Island right now as we speak. How I see that ending, like I said, I do see Kuzan getting the upper hand. Garp is a little bit older. a lot older, and I see him being used as a bargaining chip for the world government. So we'll see what happens. So now we cut to the saddest part of this chapter, when it hurts me the most, my favorite character. We finally get the results of Winter Island in the New World. And, we start off with one of the panels his Law's had on the ground. And, we get the cuts, whatever. And he says, the submarine ship has sunk. Man, that hurts, man. And we saw this coming, right? There's no way Law's getting out of this with a W. This is Blackbeard we're talking about. Him and Luffy are on a collision course. This is basically a fast track it. It just sucks, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, Law's defeated. What does he do from here for the rest of the story? I don't know. But this was a really cool chapter. He sunk the pirate ship. And we do get something interesting here. Okay? At the Rocky Port incident, because there's something between Blackbeard, Kobe, and Law when it comes to the Rocky Port incident. There's something there, right? Law took a whole bunch of pirates' hearts, right? And he turned that into the world government, and that's how he became a warlord. Well, we find out that those pirates that he took the hearts of were people at Rocky Port. And they're on his pirate island right now. And they're really pissed off, and they still have the hearts of those pirates somewhere, I think. And of course, Blackbeard's like, look, I might as well just take you back and let them have their way with you or whatever, or I can make me immortal, right? Because he's read, he knows everything about devil fruits, right? Blackbeard was on Whitebeard's ship. He read the devil fruit book. He understands what all devil fruits do. He knows about the immortality. So that is something that Blackbeard is possibly interested in here. And he's like, I ought to make you do that or whatever, right? And we get the hypest part of this chapter. Beppo finally turning into Sulong. So what we find out is that Tony Chopper made him a rumble ball, basically, to turn on these powers during the day. That is absolutely sick and a super buff for Sulong. For the Minks. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they can turn Sulong in during the day, that is sick. So he takes a rumble ball, turns into this giant animal, and dude, Beppo looks so sick, dude. He goes and claws Blackbeard and claws Van Augur and picks up Law and gets the hell out of there, right? And, this is kind of sad because, you know what I mean? Beppo, he's picking up his captain and they're defeated. And it's like, this is it. I'd rather save my captain, man. You know what? I'm going to sacrifice myself, and the rest of the crew to save my captain. And that's what ends up happening here. You know what I mean? They escaped into the sea. And, of course, Beppo can swim because he does not have a devil fruit at all. And from there, it's kind of sad, you know what I mean? Because, Law wants to go back, you know what I mean, to help out his crewmates. He's like, nah, man, I can't leave him behind. So, of course, Beppo would rather save his crew, would rather save his captain right now. And, of course, they go back, to the North Blue or whatever, where they work together, where they grew up together, basically. And I'm not going to let you die here. Basically, it's like, I'm taking you and we're going. And basically, who knows what Law's going to do here for the rest of the story. But we do know at this point, his journey is basically done as a pirate. Now, does he end up meeting up with Luffy again to get his revenge? Maybe. That's a possibility. Kid looks like he's cooked as well. So the two characters that helped take down Yonko are done and defeated. And that sucks, man. That Law's defeated. Who knows what Oda has planned from the rest of this chapter. For the rest of the story, because we do know that the immortality thing's been floated around a few times already. We do know Doflamingo wanted to do the surgery and all that stuff. So maybe, I'm pretty sure Law's going to have some more to do in this story going forward. What is that? I don't know. We know from here that he lost his poneglyphs. He lost his crew. He lost his ship. All he has is Beppo. And I'm pretty sure Beppo is going to go to a place for safety. Maybe try to get back to the Straw Hats to help them out. I could see a situation, and this is just me. I could see a situation where Law and Kid be redeemed under Luffy's banner, right? I could see a situation where Kid and Law are like, you know what? We did well together. Maybe we should just be commanders under you. You know what I mean? And from there, we can figure it out. Because I can see a situation where it's Luffy's crew versus the Blackbeard Pirates, and Law's facing somebody, Kid's facing somebody, Luffy, Zoro, whatever. Because me personally, I can't see a situation where Nami and Chopper face someone, right? I don't think they're strong enough. Robin can. But I would like to see that. That'd be really interesting. That'd be really cool, I think. An interesting dynamic for both characters and a way for them to redeem themselves and become strong pirates again. To end this, you know. And, yeah, so Law's defeated, guys. I'm sad about it, but we all knew this was coming, right? We all knew this was coming. Law's down. But the most interesting part of this chapter was Kuzan and him being official in the Blackbeard Pirates and not some situation where he's working for the government. How do you guys feel about that? I think it's exciting. I think it's something different. It's something that we didn't expect. We all expected Kuzan to be like, you know, the snitch in Blackbeard's crew. If there is one, he's not. He is officially helping out Blackbeard, man. And that is a hell of a boost for Blackbeard, if being the 10th Titanic captain, dude. That is absolutely sick. Guys, have a wonderful, blessed day. Keep reading One Piece. Do me a favor, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, do all those things y'all gotta do, and I'm always gonna have One Piece content. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day. I'll catch you on the next one.